An officer is at your window. This is a situation many people face, and it's very, very important to know what to do. Many people, even innocent people, get into legal trouble simply because of what they said. They try to be helpful, they try to explain things, and in doing so, they give up their rights. They give the police the information needed to build a case against them. Most people think that if they're innocent, they have nothing to hide. This is a dangerous way of thinking. You need to understand that police officers are trained professionals, and during an investigation, their job is to gather evidence to close a case. And the easiest way to do that is to get a statement from you. But you have protection. You have the Constitution. The problem is, you have to use it. You have to say the right words. And you can do it with 5 simple, powerful words. In this video, I'm going to explain the single most important phrase you should use with the police. These words are your shield. They are a clear exercise of your constitutional rights. It is very important that you memorize them, because knowing them and having the courage to use them can make all the difference. My name is Lawyer Christopher, and as a criminal defense attorney, I have seen many good, honest people make one critical mistake. They talked too much. They thought they could explain the situation. Instead, they explained themselves into trouble. I've seen how a few words, taken out of context, can be twisted to look like guilt, no matter the truth. My goal today is to give you the precise language to prevent that from happening to you. When you interact with police, the power is not balanced. They have the authority and a deep knowledge of procedure. You have your nerves, but you also have your constitutional rights. The thing you need to know is that you must assert those rights. So, what are the 5 words? It isn't "I plead the 5th." It isn't "I'm not talking to you." While you might think those are good, they can be unclear. The 5 words you need are crystal clear and legally precise. They are, "I wish to remain silent." That is it. 5 words. I wish to remain silent. This phrase is your legal fortress. It stops the questioning and protects you from common traps. Now, let's talk about why these 5 words are so important, why they are better than other options, and how you use them in real situations. You have a constitutional right to remain silent under the 5th Amendment. It says that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. This is not a legal technicality. It was created because our founders were against systems where people could be forced to confess. For our justice system to be fair, the government must prove its case on its own, without forcing you to help them. But here is the critical part you need to know. This right is not automatic. You have to claim it. And how you claim it is very, very important. Self-incrimination is not just saying, "Yes, I did it." It can be any statement, no matter how small, that helps build the case against you. Let's use an example. An officer pulls you over. He asks, "Where are you coming from?" You want to be cooperative, so you say, "I was at a friend's party." Then he asks, "Were you drinking?" You say, "I only had 1 beer a few hours ago." To you, this seems harmless. You are being honest. But what have you just done? You admitted you were at a party. You admitted you consumed alcohol. Now, if the officer says he smells alcohol, your own words have become evidence against you. You have helped the officer build his case. Without your statement, all he had was a car he pulled over. Now, he has more. This can lead to more tests, a search, or an arrest. You may have done nothing wrong, but you have made the officer's job much easier. This is why you must remain silent. Not because you are guilty, but because your words can be used against you. Saying, "I wish to remain silent," is not an admission of guilt. In fact, the law is clear that using this right cannot be held against you as evidence of guilt. The jury will not be told, "He must be guilty because he was silent." It is a neutral legal action. You are simply using one of the most powerful protections in the Constitution. This phrase does one simple thing. It stops the flow of information. It prevents you from accidentally providing details that can be used against you in court. It forces the state to do its job and build a case based on external evidence, not on words that came from your mouth in a stressful situation. Now, you might be thinking, why do I have to say anything? Can't I just be silent? This is a logical question, but it could lead to legal trouble. The answer comes from a very important Supreme Court case. Burgos v. Tompkins star. In this case, a suspect was read his rights and then stayed almost completely quiet for about 3 hours while police questioned him. At the very end, an officer asked, "Do you pray to God to forgive you for shooting that boy down?" The suspect answered, "Yes." That single word was used to help convict him of murder. His lawyers argued that his long silence was him using his right. The Supreme Court disagreed. The court ruled that to use your right to remain silent, you must do so unambiguously. Just being quiet is not enough. If you do not clearly say you are using your right, police can keep questioning you. And if you eventually answer a question, it can be seen as a waiver of your right. This case law is very important. It means you must speak up to be silent. Your silence is not enough. You must use words to claim your right to silence. This is why the phrase, "I wish to remain silent," is so effective. Let's compare it to other things people say. 1. Just staying silent. We learned from the Tompkins case that this is not legally enough. Police can continue to question you, waiting for you to make a mistake. 2. I'm not talking to you. This can sound angry or defiant, not like a formal, legal statement. An officer might continue to push, thinking you are just being difficult. It is ambiguous. 3. I plead the fifth. This is much better, and many lawyers will advise this. It refers to the Fifth Amendment. However, in the light of remaining courteous and polite, the phrase, "I wish to remain silent," is a direct, plain English statement. It is firm and leaves no room for misinterpretation. Any reasonable officer will understand this as you are exercising your constitutional right. 4. Should I get a lawyer? This is a very bad mistake. The Supreme Court has also ruled on this. In Davis v. United States a suspect said, "Maybe I should talk to a lawyer." The court said this was not a clear request, so the police could continue questioning him. Asking a question is not the same as exercising a right. You must make a clear statement. The phrase, "I wish to remain silent," is the gold standard because it is direct, polite, and unambiguous. It does not escalate. It simply states your legal position. Once you say these words, the questioning should stop. If the officer continues to question you after you have said this, any statements you make after that will generally be inadmissible in court. You have built a legal wall. To understand the power of, "I wish to remain silent," you need to understand what it protects you from. Officers are trained in interrogation techniques designed to make you talk. It is important to know that many of these tactics, including lying, are perfectly legal. The courts have said police can lie to suspects. Your only defense is to not play the game. Let's look at some common tactics and how our 5-word phrase defeats them. Tactic 1. They can and will lie to you. This is shocking to most people. An officer can legally lie about evidence. They can say, "We have your fingerprints on the weapon," even if they do not. Your friend in the other room already confessed, a classic tactic. "We have you on video," even if there is no video. The goal is to make you feel like the case is already lost, so you might as well talk. How the 5 words protect you. When you say, "I wish to remain silent," it does not matter what they claim to have. You are not engaging with their claims. You are shutting down the conversation, so their lies have no power. Tactic 2. Minimization and normalization. The officer downplays how serious the situation is to make you comfortable. They might say things like, "This is not a big deal. We just need to clear up a few details. I can see you're a good person who just made a mistake. It will be easier for you if you cooperate." This is a technique to lower your defenses and make you think confessing is the easy way out. How the 5 words protect you. "I wish to remain silent" is a refusal to accept their version of the situation. You are not agreeing that it's not a big deal. You are ending the conversation before they can convince you to confess. Tactic 3. The good cop or bad cop routine. This is a classic because it works. One officer is aggressive, the bad cop. The other is calm and seems to be on your side, the good cop. The good cop is not your friend. They're using rapport as a weapon. How the 5 words protect you. This phrase is a shield against both cops. It doesn't matter if the officer is yelling or being sympathetic. Your response is the same. It's a calm, legal statement that applies to everyone. You are ending the interrogation. Tactic 4. False promises. Police might say, if you confess now, we can recommend a lighter sentence. This is almost always false. The police do not control sentencing. The prosecutor and the judge do. They are offering you something they can't give in exchange for a confession. How the 5 words protect you again. By refusing to talk, these tactics become irrelevant. You cannot be tricked by a false promise if you do not engage in the conversation. Tactic 5. Exhaustion and isolation. Interrogations can go on for hours. Officers can work in shifts to wear you down. The goal is to make you so tired that you will say anything to make it stop. How the 5 words protect you. Saying "I wish to remain silent" is supposed to end the interrogation. By making this statement early and sticking to it, you prevent the long interrogation from starting. You don't give them the chance to wear you down. These tactics are powerful. The only winning move is not to play. "I wish to remain silent" is how you walk away from the table. Knowing the phrase is one thing. Using it under pressure is another. Let's walk through some common situations. The key is to remain calm and polite, but firm. Scenario A. The routine traffic stop. You're pulled over. The officer approaches your window. "Officer, good evening. Do you know why I pulled you over?" You? "No, officer." Never admit to anything. This is not the time where you want to say, "I think I was speeding." Make the officer state the reason. "Officer, I clocked you doing 50 in a 35. May I have your license, registration, and insurance?" You are required to provide these. You want to ask for permission before reaching. Say, "Yes, officer. My license is in my wallet in my pocket. May I reach for it?" "Officer, after running your information." "Okay, thanks. Where are you headed tonight?" This is the key moment. The traffic stop is for speeding. This question is the start of an investigation. He is fishing for information. The correct answer is, "I wish to remain silent." The officer might push back. He might say, "It's just a simple question." Remain calm and polite. "Officer, I am providing my documents as required, but respectfully, I wish to remain silent." You have been obedient and have not started a confrontation. You have simply used your right. He may write you a ticket, but you have stopped the encounter from escalating because of your words. Scenario B. The knock and talk at your door. 2 detectives knock on your door. Detective: "Mo, sir, we're investigating something in the neighborhood. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Can we come in?" If they had a warrant, they would not ask. They hope you will let them in and agree to talk. You step outside and close the door behind you. You don't want to have a confrontation, but you don't want to let them in. Officers: "Do you have a warrant?" Detective: "No, we just want to chat for a minute." I do not consent to a search, and I wish to remain silent." They cannot force their way in without a warrant. They cannot force you to talk. You have protected your home and your rights. You can add, "I will have my attorney contact you." Then you can politely go back inside. Scenario C. You are a witness to an event. You see something happen, and the police want your statement. This is tricky. Your instinct is to help, but even as a witness, your words can be misunderstood. The safest way is to control how your statement is given. "Officer, did you see what happened here?" "Officer, I want to help, but I need to do this correctly. I wish to remain silent right now. I will retain a lawyer and provide a formal statement through them." This might seem extreme, but it is the only way to be 100% protected. It makes sure your statement is accurate and delivered through proper legal channels, protecting you from any misunderstanding. Scenario D. You are detained or under arrest. This is the most important time to use the phrase. The pressure is at its highest. Detective: "All right, let's talk about what happened." It will go a lot better for you if you cooperate. I wish to remain silent. I want my lawyer." At this point, you must also ask for a lawyer. The right to an attorney is a very, very strong shield. As I've said in other videos, once you invoke your right to an attorney, that's even stronger than invoking your right to remain silent. All questioning must stop until your lawyer is there. Don't say anything else. Detective: "You don't need a lawyer. That just makes you look guilty." I have said that I wish to remain silent, and I have asked for my lawyer. I will not answer any more questions. In every one of these scenarios, these 5 words stop the interrogation. They are your best defense. While I wish to remain silent is the most important, there are other phrases you need to know. This is your complete toolkit for police encounters. Phrase 1. Am I free to go? This is the first question you should ask if you are stopped and it's not a clear traffic stop or arrest. This simple question forces the officer to tell you your status. If they say yes, you should calmly walk away. The encounter is over. If they say no, then you are being detained. At that point, you know the situation is serious, and you should immediately use your next phrase, I wish to remain silent. Phrase 2. I do not consent to a search. This is your Fourth Amendment right, protecting you from unreasonable searches. Police usually need a warrant to search your property. However, they can search if you give them consent. Officers are trained to ask for consent in a casual way. You must clearly refuse. Officer, do you mind if I take a look in your car? I do not consent to a search. Be polite but firm. They may pressure you. Your response is always the same. Officer, respectfully, I do not consent to a search. If they search anyway, do not physically resist. Your verbal refusal is what protects you in court. Phrase 3. I want my lawyer. This is the ultimate protection, especially if you are under arrest. The Sixth Amendment gives you the right to an attorney. It is very important that you say I want a lawyer, not I think I need a lawyer. It must be a clear statement. This phrase is best used with your right to silence. I wish to remain silent. I want my lawyer. This combination is legally very strong. You have stopped their questions and have asked for legal help. So, to review the toolkit, 1. Start with, am I free to go? 2. If you are detained, I wish to remain silent. 3. If they ask to search ***, I do not consent to a search. 4. If you are arrested, add, I want my lawyer. Master these 4 phrases. They will build a legal shield around you. So let's recap. The 5 most important words you can say to police are, I wish to remain silent. These are not words of guilt. They are a calm, clear use of a fundamental constitutional right. They are your shield. They stop a simple conversation from becoming an interrogation, and they prevent you from accidentally saying something that can be used against you. It is very, very important that you remember this phrase. Practice saying it. Teach it to your family. This is not about being against police. It is about being pro-rights. It is about understanding the rules to protect yourself. The power of these words is in their simplicity and legal clarity. They are the most effective tool you have. Use them. If you found this information valuable, please like this video so more people can see it. Subscribe for more videos where we will talk more about your rights. And please share this video with someone you care about. This knowledge is essential and could one day make the difference between freedom and a legal problem. Remember, this video is for informational purposes only and is not legal advice. If you have an encounter with law enforcement, you should always consult with a qualified criminal defense attorney. Stay safe, stay informed, and know your rights. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more.